I'm Megan Lavin from Allergy Awesomeness, and for this month's segment of Megan's Minute with Allergic Living, I'm going to help you successfully plan a trip to Legoland should you and your allergic family ever vacation there. First off, we flew there, and we knew we'd be flying through dinner time, so I made sure to pack safe dinners for all of us so that we didn't have to rely on airport food. Make sure you do that too if you're flying. Another thing is because we were flying, we knew we couldn't pack a whole lot of things due to the weight and luggage restrictions. When we went to Disneyland just a few years ago, we lived closer, so we were actually able to drive, which was nice because then we had a huge cooler full of safe food in our car. You can really make either work, but you just have to weigh the pluses and minuses. Now, another thing to know is that with how crazy rental cars are post-COVID, we could only rent a car for our last 2 days there, which meant we were kind of stuck at the property. We didn't have a way to go to the grocery store, though I suppose we could have done DoorDash if we really needed something. So I made sure to pack snacks in case my kids were hungry either between meals or even late at night since we'd be staying out a little bit later than usual. I wanted to keep things simple, easy, shelf-stable, that didn't need any refrigeration, though we did have a refrigerator in the room. So I brought a bag of safe pretzels, one for every single day, plus microwavable popcorn. It worked so great. The pretzels we would sometimes bring into the park, and the popcorn was a really fun late night snack if they were still hungry before bedtime. We also packed some candy so that way we could go back to the room and have our dessert since there weren't safe desserts. We decided to stay at the Legoland Hotel because we had heard from a lot of people that it was really fun and made the trip. It was very cute, very themed. And another reason why we did this is because we had heard from multiple people with food restrictions that not only Legoland, but also the Legoland Hotel was really great with food allergies. And for me, I wanted a vacation from cooking as well. So I wanted to stay somewhere that was used to accommodating food allergies. That way I wasn't cooking. And that way if we needed to eat before or after the park closed, we were on site at somewhere that could work with us. One thing that I really liked about Legoland and gave me a lot of peace was whether we were inside the hotel or at the park, we would just say to the person, we have food allergies, and they would go grab the chef and have them come talk to us personally to ensure that we were ordering safely. I found that so helpful and so reassuring. While I wish that they had more options for my son, for example, there were like entire restaurants in the park that only did burgers or only did pizza, and my son can't do either of those. We did find something for my son to eat every lunch, every dinner, but it was always a chicken breast and fries. So that was a little bit repetitive for my son, but we had talked to him beforehand and had a discussion about it's better to be safe and to have a full belly so you're not hangry on rides. So he was prepared, and I have to give it to him. He had a really great attitude. And then I also told him when we get home the next week, I'm going to make all your favorite dinners since you kind of had to put up with eating a lot of plain things. And that really perked him up a bit too. Now, some people, it's not for you. Traveling, you're just not comfortable with it. Trust me, even though we've done it, I still get nerves. It's still nerve-wracking to trust strangers, but I'll say I'm so glad we went. This was a perfect time where my kids this age, they're so obsessed with Legos. And we went to Disneyland, like I said, a few years ago, and my boys said they even liked it more than Disney. Crazy, I know. So this is going to be a family memory that we will always cherish. I hope that if you're planning a trip to Legoland in the future, that this will be helpful for you. But don't just believe me. Here's something from my son.
If food was sometimes plain, I wish they had safe pizza for me. I still would like to go to Legoland and would want to do it again.
This has been Megan's Minute with Allergic Living. I can't wait to catch up with you guys next month where we'll talk all things life and food allergies.